Welcome everybody to Ferriphobe Campaign 2, Episode 33. My name is Sam Lander. I'll be your GM, and I have some players.
My name is Zerda, playing Lumi, the Circle of Stars Druid.
My name is Valor, playing Elros, the Battlemaster Fighter.
Hi, I'm Suda, playing Risha, and she just wants to go home. Go home.
Hi, I am Sadie, playing Zari, the Barbarian Paladin.
I am Inter, playing Crier the Monk.
I'm Ashes, and I play Ibrakit the Wizard.
Last time, you guys had a conversation with a dramatic, we'll call her, fae figure. After which, leaving Risha with some new emotional scars that she didn't have before, and a dragon who felt very guilty for her position in all of this over time. Said dragon pledged herself to the Dark Fae Court as payment for Risha's apparent crimes, and disappeared, leaving all of her stuff behind, clothing too. The other dragon who was with you decided this was a good time. She should probably go talk to her we'll go with mother, and figure out what in the heck was going on with that whole conversation. And so she left you guys too. About a day's travel outside of the city of Ava. With a night's rest and a piggybacking Risha, you guys make it to the city of Ava. And looking like people who had been on the road for a good solid 2 weeks, the guards had some questions for you, which you only lied a little bit, actually. But they decided that you were suspicious enough to bring in for questioning. So they peace-bonded your weapons and are currently walking you toward somewhere in this town. And you guys notice in the city, this place is not as flooded as Miva or Haifa was. But there's definitely still like overflowing sewer entrances, and everything was just damp. But it hasn't been raining for a good solid day, so, you know, it's not as bad as it could be. And the guard's like, have any of you been to Ava before?
Our friend in the armor has.
Looks around, looks at Lumi, looks at Elros. Well, I guess I don't need to show you around then.
I thumb over towards Elros.
I guess I don't need to show you around then. Right this way, and opens up the door to this building. This building here, and ushers you guys in.
We are still on the world map.
I thought I drug you by. Okay, sorry about that. That map, haha. This one. You know, it'd be nice is if I ping a thing on a map, it would automatically bring you to that map too. That's a good improvement for Roll20. Pulls you guys in, and it's like, all right, wait here for a few minutes. I'll have somebody in to talk with you. And he heads out. Door is left open to this place. There's it's like just a side room off of a guard house.
Okay, Cryor and Ibrakit. How fast can you all make a copy of a map?
It's a good question for the DM.
Uh-huh. Do you have... There's a spell for it. I forget what it's called.
Is there?
There used to be. There used to be a thing that you could basically printer copy any text. It wouldn't copy like magic, but you could copy like text on a page.
That sounds like a 3.5 spell.
It probably is.
Yeah,
They were
if
very
that's
nitpicky
been
back then.
printed in 5e, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
What goal do you have with the copy?
Okay, we need to make at least 2 copies of the map we have of the partial ritual that we have. We need 1 to keep, 1 in case they take, in case they try to take a copy that we keep with us, and 1 to give to them.
Everybody except for Lumi, please give me a perception check. Lumi, you're just going to get this for free because your passive is higher than most people's rolled. Risha.
Also, Lumi has proficiency in cartographer's tools.
There you go. So anybody with over a 15 can hear a shift in through the wall, like next to you. Just basically, so you're in a room. There's a table with a bunch of chairs around it, and one of the walls to one side, you hear a sound.
Glance over, looking. Does it sound like the stone itself is shifting to open some sort of hidden door, or is it just people walking behind it, behind the wall?
More someone moving behind it.
Duly noted. I will relay, nodding towards the whisper. Someone's moving behind that wall. While I'm pulling out my cartographer tools to see if I can make copies of a map.
Do you guys have paper, pens, tools for that? I mean, you have cartographer tools, which is so you have things like calipers and probably a pen.
I mean, I would assume that a cartographer's kit would have some blank pages with it if they need to make a map of an unexplored area. And I mean, Eberkeet has papers because, wizards have to write things down all the time.
Let's see. Cartographer's tools consist of a quill, ink, parchment, a pair of compasses, calipers, and a ruler.
There you go.
And I got ink and paper as well if needed.
All
Although
right.
I'm running out.
So, yes, you do.
Though I don't think I have any loose paper. I think I just have a book.
Okay.
I got loose papers and parchments.
Is Cryer the one with calligrapher skills?
No.
Well, if Lumi is proficient with the cartographers, then Lumi would probably be the best person to make a map.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm talking about written stuff because Cryo's writing down stuff.
I'm writing.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm writing. Lumi is map making and stars and stuff.
Okay, so do we need to make copies of any of the notes we have come across to prove our case?
I'll just start scribbling, indicating give map, and start making copies.
Does anybody have a spare length of chainmail that I can have? Even if I just borrow it for a second.
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I take some of my extra bandages, wrap my hand real tight, reach into the handy haversack, and I want one of the bladed iron totems out of it.
Okay. As long as
I
you
pulled that out.
As long as you are careful and you're not in a hurry, you do not take any damage from it.
Okay.
So you know how to grab it. You're able to grab it without damaging yourself. So Lumi works on drawing a map, on copying the map, and about 15 minutes go by. You guys hear a tap 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 on basically the frame of the door, and standing in the doorway is a middle-aged man. He's got a streak grayed but like streak gray well cropped beard, like just right underneath the chin, but it's got those like the starting at the temple and going down is gray. Auburn reddish hair. He's got no eyebrow over his left eye, and the one over his right eye is trying to make up for that fact because it's a little more bushy than it probably should be. And his left side of his skull is close shaved, like above the beard, and it goes around to somewhere in the back. Otherwise, he's got medium length hair that's kind of flopped over onto the right side. And he goes, "Good afternoon. My name is Timik. Nice to meet you. So what brings you to Ava today?"
Captain to meet, corporal, lieutenant.
Sergeant. He taps on the epaulet, which is on his left shoulder. He's wearing like leather, a leather breastplate, but not a full set of armor. And you don't recognize the like symbology is different from the
Haifa.
Yeah, from Haifa. But
Okay.
he points at the thing on his left shoulder. Sergeant Tamik.
Hello, Sergeant. Good to meet you. Zara walks up and vigorously shakes his hand. I'm hoping not to keep you very long. We were just getting in and would like to be continuing our travels.
He nods. He
Very
shakes,
big smile.
He shakes your hand. He's got a firm grip, but if you try to power his hand, he's not going to fight you on it, if that makes sense. And after shaking your hand, he moves into the room, slides back a chair, and sets a candle on the table, with a striker next to it. Arcana, for those of you who have it trained. Absolutely, Cryor gets it. So does Eberkeet. Anybody else have Arcana trained?
Nope.
Okay. Cryor and Eberkeet, you recognize this as you call it a candle of truth. When you light the candle, it casts Zone of Truth. Could last up to an hour, but you can snuff it out. It looks like it's probably got between 1/2 and 3/4 of its burn length left. And he just sets it on the table, and he looks at all of you and says, "Oh, please have a seat. So you're just transitioning through town. Some weird stuff going on to the north southwest of here. You came from that direction, right?"
Yes, we did.
Do you know what's going on? There was a light
Yes, we do.
show yesterday. He kind of thinks from yesterday.
Yes,
evening?
we do.
That's useful.
Sergeant, I'm going to be very clear with you. What I have to tell you is probably going to go very much above your pay grade, so if you would like to get your captain, or preferably the commander of your city watch in here, this will go by a lot quicker.
He looks at you. Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
My captain is very busy, and I don't think that he will need to be involved with this. And he lights. He goes and He looks to see if any of you react as he do it. It doesn't. He lights the candle though.
I just nod.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Anybody who wishes to may attempt to make a wisdom saving throw.
Zari does not attempt to.
Zone of truth. I think is what it is. I never pull up the correct spells.
Charisma.
Charisma saving throw.
Oh. Well, let's see. With that roll and my charisma save, I would have a 1.
DC 15. So, Crier, you may tell lies. Just straight up tell lies. Eberkeet, you can mislead, but you can't tell a lie. You can't tell a direct lie. So per zone of truth, display card in VTD. Haha. Creature can't make a deliberate lie while it's within the radius. Okay.
It can be evasive, right?
Correct.
Or not tell the whole truth.
Right, you can tell partial truths, you can evade questions, you can prevaricate, but you cannot tell lies.
Except me. But I won't.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's up to you.
Well then, Sergeant, I hope you are a very good writer and take copious notes.
I have paper and pen here, and he opens up a drawer in the desk and digs out an inkwell and a pen and sets a sheet of paper on the thing. So, a story, then.
Yes. We are an adventuring group from the Blue Rock Guild in the city of Haifa. We were sent on a mission to help reestablish the city of Miva. You may have heard of it. It was destroyed about 2 decades ago. While we were there, we got hints that something dark was happening back at the city of Haifa. So we traveled back and found that Guard Commander Georgie, the Wooden Limes Adventuring Group, a changeling from the Feywild named Rowan, who we now believe to be dead, and possibly the members of the city council, had initiated a plan to cast a citywide ritual, which we found a partial plan of here on this map, using these iron totems displayed here to excavate a mass of iron from under the city, and summoned an army of demons disguised as city guards to keep the people under martial law. We snuck into the city, partially disrupted the ritual, the result of which you can see is the new ring in the night sky, and left the city. And we are with the hope that Georgie and the Limes would follow us to the coast to keep others we care about safe.
Others we care about safe. And he takes the sheet of paper and turns it toward you, and it is a word for word retelling of what you just said, including italics for proper nouns, and like if you emphasize something, he would like strike through it or underline it or otherwise strike it out as like important. And he points to the totem and says, so totems like this, can I take it?
Yes, you may.
I see no harm. Be
Just
careful handling.
It's very sharp.
He nods, puts a glove on a hand, and picks the totem up and turns it around and examines it, and then sets it back down on the table and goes, that's a very strange device.
Maybe you have some clerics or people of magical knowledge that can help you identify it.
Yes, we have people like that. So, trouble follows you to my city?
We are trying to lead trouble away from people, which is why we are heading to the coast so we can get on so we can find travel to away from people.
He nods. All right.
And that's why we only want to stay maybe a day.
Well, I'm not going to keep you here. I don't have any reason to arrest you. I believe your story. And he snuffs out the candle. May I keep the totem?
Yes.
Okay, and may I keep the map? He looks at Lumi.
Yes.
I will make sure that these get to the proper authorities. He blows on the paper a little bit to help dry the ink, and he says, the laws of Ava are similar to those you know from Haifa. Do not break any laws. Do not. If you break your peace bonds, be sure about it, because breaking the peace bond is an infraction that will summon guards. Otherwise,
They are alarmed, I am assuming.
Yes, there will definitely be people alarmed if you break your peace bonds. Otherwise, feel free to you're free to roam about the city and keep yourself out of trouble. And if trouble finds you, he puts a coin on the table. One of you should be able to snap this coin, and similar to your peace bonds, guards will come.
Zari takes the coin.
He nods and he stands up and he goes, I hope that trouble remained where you left it.
Any
We hope so.
recommendations on a place to stay?
There's a few. The Color Animal Inn just established itself. Apparently that's from the other coast. They have something called a franchise deal. Anyway, it's a new place. A lot of people seem to really like it. Otherwise, the Tankard and Brew down he kind of points towards the southeast. Is a place where I tend to spend my evenings.
Would that be a copper bar?
He smiles a little bit. I mean, it's the place I spend my evenings.
Fair enough. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you. I don't think I got your names.
I'm Zari.
Thank you for the story, Zari. I'm sure if you're in town, if we want to find you, we will be able to find you. And
Of course.
He carefully scrolls up the map that you drew and the dictated thing, picks up his candle and heads out of the room, kind of pointing you guys towards the front door.
I bow and I leave.
And once we're outside, see, guys, that was easy.
Lumi will just furrow his brow and look, sort of half scowl at Zari.
What? I didn't tell them about the dragons.
Well, I
Or dragon
suppose.
shots.
Yep.
Or the bounty on our head.
I mean, is that even a real bounty?
Would Lumi know if bounties crossed city borders just out of the blue?
History.
Oh, they do.
It's not a very high DC, but history. Oh, absolutely. The bounties are transmitted between cities.
I believe the guards would call that in hot pursuit.
Well, so the guard units are dedicated to a city, but it's not as simple to escape a bounty in one town by fleeing to the next one down. They do keep each other appraised of criminals.
And that's why I didn't tell them which adventuring group we were.
Mm-hmm. You did
Um,
give them your name, though.
Yes,
Maybe the news
but I can
haven't
handle
traveled
that.
yet because they have their own stuff to deal with.
And I mean, we didn't pass a messenger on the way. And I doubt Georgie would think we would be like, oh, we're going to go around the city of Haifa through the wilderness. I mean, she already thinks we were going to fall for that troll thing.
It
Well,
is
yeah.
mid-afternoon by this point, maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Need some food, and I think I might need some more coin soon. My pouch is getting light.
Okay.
we got some
So,
coins still in the group inventory, and I need to restock up on some small stuff as well, like paper, ink.
yes, I am going to go find a lodging that is not any of those places that he mentioned, but is near the latter one.
Near the second one that I said, which
Tank
name-
and brew.
Yes, Tankerton Brew.
Yes.
It's like just wandering about the city. It's not hard to find inns and bars and both the things that are the same. Pardon me. City's fairly bustling. Looks like a lot of people are using this opportunity now that it's no longer raining to do things like toss out garbage and clean up the outside of their buildings, clean up yards, that sort of stuff. And it just feels busy. Wafting on the air, you guys catch the whiff of fried meat, we'll go with. And off to the side, just a little ways down, you see call it a restaurant, but it has no glass windows or anything. It's got a bunch of open doors and windows, and out of it you can hear the sound, or you can smell food on a hot griddle frying. And there is a line of people lined up along one of the windows, purchasing stuff.
Well, the first thing I actually want to purchase is a new quarterstaff.
Okay, so you want to
Is
find a weapon shop? Or...
Yeah, because I don't want to use my bound weapon if needed.
Okay. You guys can look around a little bit. You find a place that sells weapons without much trouble. Along one wall they have just a whole slew, 15 swords, and the one on nearest the door is just like a giant flamberg. Basically it's a spear that's in sword form. And then as you go down the wall, each sword gets progressively shorter, maybe 2 inches shorter per weapon, until you get close to the end, and then it's long sword, short sword, really big dagger, smaller dagger, palm dagger, and there's a couple crossbows laid out. Everything is solidly attached to the wall or to the whatever is displaying the display case that it's on, but it's open. I don't have a name for this place because my brain refuses to give me names. So somebody name this weapon seller.
Stick for bruises.
Stick for bruises. All right, and in the shop, there we go. In the shop, there is a middle-aged woman, heavier set. She's looks like she's either repairing or otherwise maintaining some dagger. She's got like a pick, like a metal pick out, and she's like cleaning the hilt. It's a very elaborately filigreed hilt, and she looks up as you walk in and says, welcome to the Stick for Bruises. I'm Yasmina. How can I help you?
Me, my particular self, I'm looking for a quarterstaff.
Just a stick that's heavy enough to hit somebody?
Yeah, or maybe a nicer quarterstaff if you have it.
I have all sorts of things. She goes over here at this part of the store, and she leads you off to the side. There is a selection of blunt weapons along behind one side of the room. She leads you over, and there's 2 quarterstaffs there. One of them is pretty normal looking. One of them is of excellent quality.
Does it have any magical attunements or things?
This one does have a minor enchantment on it. Makes it a little more strong than your standard quarterstaff. I keep wanting to say it's a 3/4 staff, but my husband doesn't agree with me.
What's the price?
Uncommon. Quarterstaff. What is pricings? I have game tools. Haha. Nope. So uncommon. It's gonna be 100 brass.
I'll take it.
All right. Give her a perception check.
Risha attempts to secretly drop 50 of that brass onto the counter before you notice.
All right, here you go. You want to sell off your old quarterstaff, or are you going to keep it?
No, I'm gonna keep it just
Oh.
for walking.
Okay, well, here you go. So yeah, if with a 13 sleight of hand, the gal isn't noticing where the money's coming from. Cryer, I'll leave it up to you whether or not you're going to notice that Risha paid for half.
Risha paid for half.
I think that's what she just said.
Affirmative.
I'll just put 50 on it then, and I will solve that problem later.
She quickly counts the money and says, "Right, can I get anything for anybody else? I do have. If you guys are looking for more magical stuff, I do have a selection of basic goods. I don't have anything super fancy though.
This is just a +1?
Yeah, it's just +1. I figure at level 7, a +1 quarterstaff isn't gonna make a mechanical.
Nah.
I don't need to
No.
roll to see if you're gonna get it.
No.
Pretty much any +1 weapon or armor is probably about that level. And you guys are in a bigger city now.
And here I am walking around in the +2 hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that off of a dead person.
Unconscious.
Well,
They lived.
true story. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, this person sells +1 or or normal weapons, no armor.
I'm just browsing the more tool-like weapons to see if mayhaps she has a star sickle.
She has just +1. She doesn't have anything fancier. So uncommon. Is it uncommon?
It's one of those new ones that you can find in uncommon, rare, and very rare, and at a +1, +2, or +3 to. But the moon sickle, as it's really named, is 2 spell attack rolls and spell save DC.
Moon sickle.
I can just do the minor supplies as well. Just add it and pay for it.
Yeah. You gain a plus bonus to attack and damage rolls with it. That's a really good uncommon. I'm gonna have to make her roll for whether or not she would have that, because that's more than uncommon in my mind. Because uncommon is just +1, not +1 plus spell save DCs. All right. D20 14. No, she would not have. All right.
I'm just browsing to see, like, ooh, nice edge. Just put it back and.
Everything's attached to the wall. Like, you can't really like pick it up. You can feel the edge of it, but you can't really like pick it up, handle it. Well, when you knock them unconscious, tell them that they were hit with sticks for bruises.
Tell them they were hit by a 3/4 staff.
I mean, that's what I want to tell them, but my husband says no. All right, Cryer, you have an unpeace-bound quarterstaff.
That was the goal.
Because she had a really terrible perception check. I should be rolling this to myself. Aha, okay. All right. It is relatively early still.
That place they were standing in line outside the window, that smelled lovely. I will turn to the proprietor of Sticks for Bruises and ask her if, do you know, is that a sit-down restaurant, or is that just order at the window and eat on the streets, or how does that one work?
You can sit in the restaurant if you want to. A lot of local workers go there to pick up their meal. She looks outside. This time of day, it's probably people getting ready for the evening shifts.
Okay. And I will turn back towards the rest of the group. You want to go eat over there?
Yeah.
Zari has found lodgings for everyone. I found a comfortable inn. I have ordered a meal for each of us and an entire gallon of ale.
Nice. All right. So Zari, mostly out of accident, you find lodging at the Old Crow Tavern. And as you're telling this to everybody, Elros, you recognize the name.
Ah, I love that place. The food is iffy, but it's a nice place.
Going to the restaurant or going to the Old Crow?
I don't care.
Lumi's nose is pulling towards the restaurant.
Zari's going back to the Old Crow because Zari's going to eat and then take a bath.
All right, splitting the party. Who's all going with Zari and who's all going with Lumi?
I'm not people person. Going with Big Sis.
Going to the tavern.
I'll go with Lumi.
Lumi would probably just follow the stream if few enough people wanted to go to the restaurant. Just like he's standing on a corner, just sniffing towards the restaurant and looking towards the tavern. Oh, come on. Okay.
As you guys get in, you smell the smell of like cooking food. It's probably stew. There's at this time of day, a small crowd of people up at the bar. A couple of them have like a heel of not heels, not the right term. Section of a loaf of bread and a plate of like vougie, potatoes, carrots. It got like a thick sauce stew, and they are eating with like gusto. And the smell is just smells like stew. Like it doesn't smell like anything particularly impressive. There's a man behind the bar, like refilling mugs of ale. People get up, put a couple coins on the table. Zari, this person introduced themselves as Lark when you came in and asked about a place to stay, and you're the one that paid. And he kind of waves at you as the group comes in.
I wave back. I got us 2 rooms, one for the boys, one for the girls.
Yeah. Key here. You can have the key and it table anywhere and Kaya or Kala. It's an I. Kaya will be out shortly with your food. Just sit down anywhere.
When she says that, I just sit down on the spot.
Prior, don't be difficult. Come on, let's get a table.
At the
Lumi's already been looking for a biggest table that can fit all of us spaciously.
I'm sorry. We've been on the road for a while. They're tired.
Yeah. I'll have a bath for you later. Since you asked. That's fine. Oh right. You're here and he gets a mug for everybody and pours them and sets them on the counter, and then he gets called away and helps out one of the other customers.
Hey, Crier, got a seat for you over here.
Okay.
Elros will go over and sit down, smiling ear to ear, just waiting for the food to come out.
It's just a few minutes, and having only one option, because there's only one stew pot cooking, Gal comes out with a bowl and a piece of it's a dark like rye type bread, kind of a rough, like the bread's obviously like a rough texture. It's not a super fine flour that's being used. Sets them on the table, brings over another round of mugs for you all, and she like looks at all of you, gives a like, and then turns around and heads off back to the back.
So, you've been here before, right?
Oh yeah, I've been here a couple times.
So, do they have a bowl with water in the rooms, or do we have to request that to wash?
Oh, you'll most likely have to just request that.
Okay, we'll do.
Let's dig in, and Elros will start digging into this soup stew.
So, everybody except for Zari and Elros. This is fine. It's just a little different. Like, there's something about the flavor profile that, like, you're expecting, like, long cooked roast vougie and, you know, like, rich sauce, but there's just something about the flavor that isn't quite what you're expecting, and you don't hate it, but you're not sure if you like it either. Elros, you've had this before, and you know what to expect, and because you know what to expect, you're like, tasty. Zari, give me your cooking skill.
I was expecting that.
This wasn't an accident, but you're not sure if they really meant to put the anise in, or if they just ran out of whatever their normal ingredient was, and there's enough of it in the dish that you like not sure if it's okay. But you can definitely tell that this thing is spiced. The main, like, non-salt, non-meat, non-vegetable flavor is anise, and it's just a little bit weird. But the soup is filling and warm, or it's not soup, it's like a thick stew. It's filling and warm. It's pretty obvious that the thickening agent in the stew is pieces of these loaves of bread that you guys are currently eating. The ale is a nice, like, barley ale. Very, very heavily, the thing they do when they split grain.
Rolling?
No. When you cause grain to sprout and then cook it to stop it.
Malting?
Malting. Thank you. So it's a heavily malted beer. It's got very little hops to it. Possibly no hops at all. So it's a very malty. It's not sweet, but it's like actually, since you guys have been traveling for a week, like it is lovely. The soup is filling, and as you guys are finishing up, the gentleman kind of comes around, cleans up your plates and says, so what do you think? Good? Bad? I'm always
Delicious
interested.
as always.
Oh, right.
Well-
You've been here before?
Yeah, I was much younger. I came with my parents.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The rooms are ready. I have 2 baths drawn. If the water needs changed out because you've been on the road for a while. If the water needs changed out, just let me know and I can have another bath drawn in like 20 minutes.
Can I just have a bowl of cold water and some cloth?
Oh, yes, sure. Hey, Kaya, the man in the robes would like water in the room, and she's like, "Water? I can get you water." And she's grumbling, and she grabs a like bowl from underneath the counter, and then heads back into the back room and just grumbling. But I hope that you enjoy your stay in the city, and let me know if you need anything or need directions around town. It's always nice to have outside guests in my place. And at which point the front door like slams open, and a raucous group of people like flood in the front door, and he retreats back behind the counter.
Oh, what trouble did I get us into?
I just took that as the evening rush started just as we were done eating.
Oh, I thought it was some hooligans that came in. It's like, this is our turf.
No, there's a bunch of them at the bar, like not hooliganing, but definitely like jovial, shoving each other back and forth.
Evening rush started.
One of them says something and drops his mug, which lands with a thunk on the ground, splashing ale like all up the front of the bar. And the gal like storms out of the back and grabs him by the ear. "Oscar, what did I tell you about making a mess?" And just starts laying into him. Like, has this man, full grown, like middle-aged man, has him by the top of the ear and is like yanking his head down, and is like yelling into the other ear as she's like leaning over him.
I love this place.
Zari looks quizzically at Elros, and then it's like, and then picks up Risha. "Come on, Risha, let's go take a bath. It'll make you feel better."
If you say so.
All right. As you guys head up, the rooms are sparse, but not. They're in good shape, but like the beds are like just frames around rushes with blankets on top of them, so it's not like, stuffed mattresses. But there are 2 beds per room, and then there is also a bedroll laid on the floor, since Zari let them know that there would be 3 per room. And the 2 baths are in the same room. There's a privacy screen between the 2 baths, and at this point they're just below body temperature, like 96, 97 degrees Fahrenheit, like just almost too warm, but almost like just below like maximum body comfort or temperature.
Lumi will probably migrate towards the window, start seeing if he can, waiting for the time when he can start seeing the stars, and if the windows are positioned in a way that shows the new addition to the sky.
Windows in your room face towards the let's see if I can find a good place. We'll establish this place. Map. Text. So here is the old crow. Boy, it can't read that very well. Nah, different color. No? Everything is fine. Nope. that shows up about the best. All right, so the Old Crow is right here, and the rooms are along the rooms that you guys have are along the front edge of the place, so it points toward the north more than anything, and so you're not able to see the direction that would let you see the stars. You guys are on the second floor. There are three. This place is 3 stories tall. The second and third floors are wooden structure, but the wood is old. Like this place has been here a long time, and the windows they don't have glass in them. It's like you open up the window and it's just open into air, right?
So just wooden hatches.
Yeah, wooden shutters.
Yeah.
Like they have a thing on them so that you can like open the veins on the window without actually just opening the window entirely.
I think I'll just wash myself and meditate.
Okay.
I'll go after Crier, wash the pits, wash the groin, and lay out most of my clothes to air.
Right.
And just probably just sit down looking out through the window wistfully.
Okay.
Like, looks like he's pondering something, maybe.
Those of you who would like to take a bath are free to take a bath. At some point during your bath, Kaya comes up, like storms into the little bathroom, I guess is the proper term for it.
Mm-hmm.
Checks to make sure that like the bar of soap is there, and there's a couple towels laid out that you can use. Sees you, gives you a slight nod, Zari, and then storms her way back out of the room. And then you can hear her like muffled through the door, like yelling at somebody downstairs.
She seems to be in a rush. All the time.
Okay. Evening comes. You guys can gather up in your rooms. The night starts to fall. It's getting fairly early in the day, like sunset around this time of year is like 6:30 p.m. I would like everybody wait till late for sure. So Iberkey, you are in the bath when this happens. I would like everybody to make a perception check, please. All right, with a 20 and a 21. Lumi and Cryor, you hear a zoop, thump somewhere outside.
I'm going to assume that Lumi's just been sitting there staring up at the sky all this time, unless people have been trying to make contact, and we'll just get up and shove his head out the window and see if he can figure out what the sound was.
You don't see anything nearby.
Do I see a dart somewhere or something like that?
Like where the thump was? Can I locate that?
The thump was outside, and it was either small, like maybe it would have hit the window, or bigger and a little further away.
I'll
I look with a
just
questionable face at Lumi.
yeah, just gonna make sure the others are in standby. I'll see if I can figure out something on ground level, and I will walk out ground level.
I'll follow.
All right. You guys head outside, and you hear somebody retch a little ways away, and then there's a scream.
Get the do we get the others, or Lumi's just walking towards the retching and screaming whilst mulling over the fact that should we call the others now or should we wait, or
Give me 1 sec. I'll be down in 2 seconds again. So I run up, sprinting.
Okay, so you
to
head
wake the
out.
others.
Oh, sorry. You run out sprinting, or you run out to get the others?
Up
You
to get the others.
All right. Yeah. So everybody's in the room except for probably Eberkeet, who's taking a bath.
I'll get my things and come down.
Yeah, I'll notice and I'll search for Ibikit.
Zari will as well. I think Eberkeet's still in the bath. You want me to get her?
Yes, please do. And I'll run out back to Lumi.
which is further down the street because he just didn't stop walking.
Right, Lumi, you come around you come around the corner here, and there is a kind of green miasma down the street. Couple people are stumbling out of it, coughing and retching, and you hear a scream as a tendril, lacking a better term, whips out from this miasma and yanks them back into it, and you hear a scream cut short by a crunch.
So
do I know what this is? Is it? Player has a couple of ideas, but does Lumi have the foggiest what this might be?
Would be Arcana, I believe. Well, Cryer, you're not there yet, so you haven't seen
not there yet. Even with my speed.
Oh, with your speed. Okay, so you see you catch up behind Lumi just as the tendril whips back in. Lumi, you got nothing. It's
thing with things that bring things into its thing to eat.
Lumi with a 20. You can hear a sound in the background that's like a little maddening, and it's just bothering you, and then you're like, oh, that's gibbering. And another person as the like wall of green miasma moves forward, another person goes whoop inside of it, and there's a crunching sound.
So it's a gibbering mouth thingy.
Mother.
I relay the information that I had, and I think we need to stop it and maybe call the guards.
Yes, call guards. Meanwhile, I will just let loose one of the big guiding. What's the range for me to hit?
Right now, you are probably 100 feet away. No, that's wrong. That's the right thing. All right, so... And we might as well get into initiative. Remove all turns. Okay, no. Clear. Okay.
But then I need to have a token on the grid.
I mean, we're not... I don't have to have a token on the grid. Do you? Do you?
We do.
Oh.
Otherwise, I cannot select my character.
I guess put yourself on the map somewhere. Doesn't really matter where.
Woohoo!
Nat 20.
Nice.
You forgot to mark your token. Select your token.
Oh.
Dang it.
But you can, once you get your token on there, you can just edit the number in the turner tracker.
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, I noticed that probably episode 8 or 9 of the first campaign.
Go.
In that case, I rolled nat 20 as well.
All right. Initiative. There we go. All right. Descending. So, Zari, you see a green cloud of gas. And just hear the most unsettling sounds you've ever heard.
Well,
coming.
I was gonna say I was letting loose the big guiding bolt, but I'm letting loose a big star beam instead.
Okay. I guess Zara, you arrive on scene. Ranges aren't important. You guys start about 100 feet away.
Yep.
DC 16 Constitution saving.
On start of turn or first entering the beam, but I'm putting it on the thing, so when it gets to it needs to do charge. And enters. No, not yet. Not entering any form yet.
Okay. Elros.
So
I'm gonna try to get people away from it, so it doesn't grab any more people.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move up to it and start, I guess, dragging people away and trying to pull people back.
All right. Give me a charisma check to try to take command of the situation, because there are definitely more people around.
If I do the same action when I'm going, can I assist him?
Sure. So
you get advantage, and I will do exactly the same action as you do.
So take advantage on that roll. 16 charisma. Elros, you head towards this cloud of miasma, and you start like getting people away. There's a couple people just on the edge of it that are like coughing and hacking, and you like pull them away from the pull them away from a little bit. They're just like retching, and you'd get them headed away from this thing. Eberkeet. Oh wait. It starts its turn within. Okay.
Okay, so I show up late
Mm-hmm.
without Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Your movement will get you to 100 feet of the thing.
ooh, okay. Let's see. Well, there's not much I can do with that. So I'm gonna. Ooh, Firebolt has a long enough range for that,
Sure.
and I rolled a 1.
So this firebolt goes sizzling through this cloud, and like the smell, you actually get a whiff of smell from here, even though it's so far away, because of the like burning of it, and it stings your eyes a little bit, and like just it smells so terrible. And now it's my turn. Well, Cryor and Elros are moved themselves up close. So,
Did you do the moonbeam?
oh, Moonbeam, yes. Thank you. DC 16 Constitution save.
Yes, please.
Okay. 5.
You take 14 radiant damage.
Okay. So this beam comes, like, illuminates this form inside of this cloud. Like, you can see it in shadow, basically, from this cloud, and like bits of it like kind of crust a little bit, but that doesn't help. And blinding spittle. I don't know. Glog, so it's blinding flash of light impact. You creature within 5 feet. All right, so DC 13 dexterity save from Cryor and Elros, please. Cryor saves.
Oh, that's acrobatics, not dex. Sorry.
Yes. Cryor still saves. Elros, you are blind. As a flash of light bursts out from just this spit coming at you. And then the thing like rushes up on you, and both Elros and Cryer, you are now in fog of miasma, and it's going to make a bite attack on you. Probably it has a. If you're blinded, does it get advantage on you or not? I don't think so.
Technically, yes, but because you can't see what's attacking you.
Do I get advantage on a attack roll against Elros because Elros is blind?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so I get to roll that again. 19 to hit you, Elros.
That'll hit.
17 damage. And both of you, like, the ground around you becomes fleshy.
Thus making it difficult terrain?
It's a little more than difficult terrain. Cryor, you need to make a strength saving throw, a constitution saving throw, and a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn.
Because I'm in that area.
Yep.
How big is the area?
It's within 20 feet of the beast, which you are at this point.
Because I moved people away.
Yeah, because you were close enough moving people away, and it came up on you basically.
Okay. So, which checks?
I need a strength saving throw, a con saving throw, and a wisdom saving throw. So, you fail the strength check and are Your speed is reduced to 0 until the start of your next turn. A 8 with a Constitution saving throw, you are poisoned. And a 14 Wisdom. Nope, that doesn't happen. Okay. So you are poisoned and your speed is reduced to 0. But you're like picking people up and throwing them out of the range of this thing while you're helping out Elros.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to roll a dex.
Yeah, Elros will get to your saves on the start of your turn.
Oh, okay.
So Cryer's already said action. Risha, your turn.
Why is it always something everywhere we go?
Oh.
Sorry, are you bad luck or something?
I say, break the coin they give us.
And we're just going to shoot it twice.
16 will hit.
The second beam looks like it does not.
Second beam does not. So small gob of this thing is blasted off by your Eldritch Blast and like lands nearby and is like before it like melts into the fleshy ground at this thing's base. Zari, you're up.
Okay. So, is breaking the coin that I was given an action, or is that just a free action?
That would be use an object. So it would be an action.
So, okay, so Zari breaks the coin.
Okay. The coin breaks fairly easily in your hand. You're a big gal, you can do this. And it's like tingly now. And it sounds like a bell ringing in your ears and nobody else's.
Okay, coin's broken.
You still have movement and a bonus action.
Well, I can't really do all that much, so I'm just going to move within 30 feet of it.
Okay, staying outside of the radius of the poison and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. You are 10 feet away from the billowing cloud of yuck.
And that'll be my turn, because it's not going to rage.
Okay. Oh, that was a 20. So at the end of your turn, Zari, you guys see a flash of light kind of north of you. And you all hear a sound. And then you hear kind of a thump through the ground. Lumi, your turn.
Action. Move Starbeam on top of disgusting cloud.
Right. It is moved.
And I'm guessing it's within 60 feet of me now.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Bonus action, Starry Form Archer.
Okay. $27 will hit.
6 radiant.
6 radiant. All right. Like a little bit comes off. This little bit has like 2 eyes and a tiny mouth that screams as it evaporates. Elros, start of your turn. I need a strength saving throw, a constitution saving throw, and a wisdom saving throw. So you are not immobilized. You are not poisoned. You are, however, gibbering. Can't take on a failure. The creature can't take reactions on the start of your next turn and rolls a d8 to determine what it does during this turn. Please roll 1d8, Elros. On an 8, on a 7 or 8, the creature makes a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach, or does nothing if it can't make an attack. So, Elros, you draw your weapon. There are only 2 valid creatures within your reach. There is Cryor, and there is this gibbering mouther. So, please draw your weapon and attack. Roll evens will hit the gibbering mouther, odds will hit Cryor. Sorry, also roll a d20 just as a which do you hit? I think it said odds will hit Cryor. So, Cryor, does a 15 hit you?
Nope.
All right. So, swing and a miss. Your weapon tingles slightly in your hands, and you can hear the sound of a bell, Elros. Just ever so faintly.
Okay, and I'm still blind.
And you are still... All right, you should have had disadvantage on that attack, so... And yes, you are still blind.
Okay. I am... Since I'm blind, I'm just gonna keep trying to usher people out,
Well,
yelling out, "Get away!"
yeah, you're
You know.
yelling. You're yelling, "Get away!" But you're also swinging your weapon. Uses. Oh, no, that's a 5 to 6. Okay, and then you just stand there for. You're not sure why you're just standing there, but you're just standing there.
Oh, okay.
You're really this like the sounds that are playing through your ears are really confusing. Iberkeet.
I'm going to cast Mind Spike at it.
DC 16 Wisdom save. This thing has a it's not terrible wisdom. I rolled a 3, so 17 psychic damage.
Yes, and I know where it is for as long as I keep concentrating on this spell. As long as we're on the same plane of existence. I doubt that'll come up.
Probably not, unless it tries to like flee into a sewer or something.
Yeah.
All right. Does it get...
Also, since that's a divination spell, I recover a spell slot of a lower level.
Nice. I did not get my blinding spittle back. But it will make a bite attack. So Cryor, you're immobile. 21 to hit you.
That hits. I'm not immobile. My speed is 0.
Well, fair enough. So take 18 damage as this one of this thing's mouths reaches out and bites, like it mouths you.
Ow.
DC 10 strength saving throw.
For me?
Yep, for you. You're fine. You are not knocked prone.
Oh.
And it's your turn. You may save you need to save against the ground, the gibbering, and the poison again.
So that's strength?
Strength. Yep, you are no longer immobile. You no longer have a speed of 0. Wisdom and constitution. Not charisma, constitution.
Oh.
So you are not affected this turn by its various things. So you are
And
free
I'm
to act.
Next to it?
Yes, you are standing next to it.
Then I will attack it.
Okay. Go for it.
26 for 13.
Okay. Hit.
And you... Nice. You make a constitution save, please.
Constitution save. All right. 15.
15. Meet it is beat it, I guess.
Yes, meet it is beat it.
Also, I think we forgot Gibberer would have done another Can't save because Starbeam.
What was that save for? Oh yeah, Starbeam.
Oh wait,
For its on its turn. 19.
Saves, so I believe that's half damage.
I don't know. You're the one with.
I will check.
Okay.
okay, 25 hits also.
Yep. 25
I
hits.
have this. No, I have disadvantage. So this was the second roll to see if it hits.
Oh, you have disadvantage because
Poison.
you weren't affected this turn by poison.
Oh, but the poison condition just go away then?
Every turn.
Okay.
You're either affected by it or you're not. If you're in the thing. 21.
You take 11 radiant damage for beating my DC.
Okay.
And you can make a con save again.
Con save again. 7.
You are stunned until the next of my turn.
End of your next turn.
Yep.
Okay. Please pop stunned condition in so I can see what it does. Can't speak. Okay. Attacks have advantage. That's the biggest thing.
And that's for incapacitated.
Right. Is that the end of your turn, Cryor?
Nope.
Okay.
18 for 7.
We'll hit.
25 for 10.
We'll also hit.
And let's see. Can't do that again. Can't do that. Dex save, please.
Dex save? 10.
Oh no dex save. No.
Okay.
Let's do a strength save, please.
12.
You pushed 15 feet away from me, and from who was next to it, Elros?
It's too big to be pushed by you. This thing is large. Actually, this thing is huge.
Doesn't say anything by sizes, but I believe you.
Yeah. It's too big.
It's kind of the end of the Mighty Nine reunion one shot they had. Tell me how you move this giant thing that is 50 times your size.
Also made of moving, flowing flesh, and yeah.
And then I will move out of its range of area of effect. So
Okay.
let's say 30 feet.
All right. No problem moving 30 feet. Your speed is more than that. All right. Risha, you're up.
Why us? I'm starting to think it's Elros with the bad luck. Look at how much damage he takes all the time. Like, jeez.
22 and 18 will both hit.
Also, crit fish. Advantage.
Advantage, yep.
Yep.
We'll just roll one of these.
Hey, there's your crit. So that was the first roll was a 22 and an 18. So 22 is 11 force damage, and then second hit is 14.
Chin.
So 25 altogether.
25 altogether. Thank you. This thing is significantly reduced in size. Still like flowing, sloshing, mouthing. Zari, you're up.
Let's see. I'm going to go over to Lumi, tap him on the shoulder, say, "You got this, fella," and cast Guidance.
Nice. Lumi, you have a 1d4. All right. There, you all notice at this point, there is another sound. And
The sounds get swallowed by pickup volumes.
oh, are you not hearing the whoop sound?
Nope.
No.
Ah.
Is
The
is
whoop.
is it the sound that's described as when the robots port
Is there
in
any more rolls?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Think closer to TIE Fighter passing by really fast. That sort of sound.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Doppler effect.
Yeah, Doppler effect, and you see a red mass hit the top of this structure over here, and then like pour down the side of it. And there's like
Okay.
a damaged top of that building.
So, like, we're fighting one. There has been one more thump, and now another one.
Uh-huh.
Did I notice what was flying by with my 21 passive perception?
Red streak is all you see. Zara, you did your thing. Lumi, you're up. You have guidance.
It's pronounced Guidance.
Gidons.
I hate. Take disadvantage. No, I'm kidding. Do you have inspiration? Give me a. No, I'm kidding.
Get this inspiration.
This inspiration. Yes. All right, Lumi, you're up.
So the beam is on top of the stunned creature.
Correct.
So, I'll just do my 1/2 of Archer and produce flame.
Okay. You gonna add your D4 to that?
I can't use it on an attack roll. It's just for an ability check.
Oh, well, I thought you could use guidance for attack rolls. Well, whatever. Okay, so 13 hits. For 15 damage.
And that for
Also hits.
that.
Okay. Well, you should have had advantage on both of those, I think.
Yep.
Because stunning. No crit.
No. I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elros, you're up. You need to make all of those saves again.
Strength, con,
Alrighty.
whiz.
Yep.
Oh, that's not an action or reaction. That's just
It
an
just
aura.
is just happens.
Yeah.
Your speed is reduced to 0 as your feet are sinking into the morass around this thing, but you are not poisoned, and you pass your wisdom save, so you can ignore the gibbering sounds. And you have your weapon in your hand, and you don't know how it got there, but it's ringing at you slightly and tingling a little bit.
Weird. And I'm still blind.
And you are no longer blind.
Oh, sweet. I am going to swing away.
Advantage.
Yep, you have advantage
Ooh, sweet.
because it is stunned. 22 will hit. 28 will hit.
So that is 14 plus 18.
So 14 plus
32.
So how would you like to end this thing's horrific existence?
Just flashing away like a madman who can't move his feet.
So as you're slashing away, you all hear just coming from this thing as it falls apart into little gibbering bits that eventually stop moving.
Yay, another monster down.
And then you
Another
hear
town saved.
a couple seconds later, you hear another. Boop. The ground shakes a little bit.
Can we trace the source? What
Yes,
comes from?
red streak in the sky. And I point at the last known direction.
It's coming
Does-
from
does-
the. Hold on. How do orbital mechanics work? So if something is re-entering, it's coming in from the west, right? Yeah, so it's coming from the west. Streaking across the sky.
Wait, does that mean re-entries go with the rotation of the planet?
I think so.
I don't remember the orbital mechanics I learned in Kerbal Space Program. I'm sorry.
Right? Same here.
Right?
I'm having this problem. So from what I remember of the shuttle program, things flew over Texas before landing in Florida.
Well, then that makes
It
sense.
definitely goes east when it's taking off.
Yeah,
so
it flies towards the east, and then coming back in, it comes back in from the west. And every few seconds for several minutes, you guys hear thump somewhere happening in town.
I'm rushing up to one of the closer ones I heard early on, just bolting off to see if more of these things
So
are
Just-
actually dropping.
City, do we have to save this one too?
It will give them the benefit of the doubt whether or not to turn us over to Georgie in Haifa.
So by this time, like alarm bells are ringing across the city, and as you guys rush up to, no, this is the nearest one that you've seen, you see a red mass of flesh that is making incoherent gibbering sounds disappear into a sewer grate, sucking its pseudopodia in behind it.
Are there any guards around, or?
There are. There's a whole bunch of them rushing out of here. One of them is rushing towards you guys.
Okay.
Is this within like 10 minutes of our first battle, or
Yeah.
because the second I see one of those things, I'm firing star seeds at it.
Right. Plop plop. You're hitting it, but it's also running away into the sewers. Guard full kit runs up to you guys. What in the world's going on? And he looks at you, Zari.
Well, looks like trouble followed us.
You're that new group. Shit. Just
Trouble because of whatever happened in Haifa. Haifa, I assure you. These things are coming out down from up there, and Lumi will point straight at the direction of the new addition to the night sky.
Lumi, give me just give me a luck check. You point up at the sky off to the west, and somewhere overhead, not where you're pointing, another one goes whoop, and lands out past the town. What in the Okay, trouble fall. Okay. Are you okay? You are you okay?
Yes, we fought one of these gibbering flesh things near the Old Crow and defeated it. I would I would like to
Okay.
ask your permission. I would like to ask your permission to break my weapons peace bond in order to help protect the city.
Another one goes streaking overhead, and he's like, "Permission granted. You can let them know. You can let them know that Arik told you it was okay. I have to go. If you're not in danger, I have to go." And then he goes off with one of his meets up with one of the troops of guards that are moving their way through the town.
Was it another sergeant or?
You don't recognize the emblem.
Okay, so Arik. Okay.
Was it fancier or less fancier?
Investigation
Oh, I'm good at that.
or insight.
Elros, I'm gonna
Insight, probably.
check your wounds. Hold still.
9. It was, you don't know.
Okay.
Zari,
17
it was fancier.
healing
Okay.
to Elros.
That might have been a captain. Okay, so Zari breaks the peace bond on her hammer. There. Now I'm ready to fight.
Zari, when you do it, there's a tingling feeling to it, and it sounds very similar to the ringing that has stopped in the coin that you broke. You can add one brass piece to your inventory, as two halves of a brass piece now,
which Lumi can fix.
Mend.
Yes.
So we're gonna go looking for more red things to squash.
I guess so.
Do we have to? I just want to go home.
The rate they're coming down, the city needs some help.
Why are we the good guys?
Because we're heroes, Risha.
Are we though?
Yeah, we're not heroes.
There is a whoomp sound somewhere off to the north, and a ball of flame erupts over top of a building.
That looks like it might need us checking in on it. Let's go.
Yep.
Aye, mon capitan.
I scout ahead.
All right. Crier takes off into the city. People are screaming and running away from that sound. So it's not hard to tell which kind of direction to go in. And oh shoot. You guys work your way towards the north, and there is a fairly young gal has back against a wall, kind of peering around the corner of a building, and she oh shoot, no, I need to do she's like, what's going on? Monster. Okay, hold on. I need this thing, and then I need... Nope. I know what I want, I just don't know what I want. Sorry, I need to be more prepared for games, but I'm not, so...
Not always easy to be prepared for this chaos group.
Browse monsters, thank you. That would be the one.
And a DM's always prepared, even if you're not to.
Okay. Sorry, my brain just reset. I think what I'm thinking of is what I'm thinking of, but I don't know if I'm right. It is an aberration. Oh, that's wonderful. What is the CR on it? Oh, that's fine. You guys can run away. You're in a city. Okay, so she's got her back up against the wall. She peers around the corner, and then she steps out and she casts a spell. And there is a bead of light that shoots out from her hand and streaks towards this purpley fleshy mass until you see a eye open up from the center of it, and the spell, the little ball of fire that was streaking towards it, just vanishes. And there's suddenly, it was just a ball of like squiggly flesh, but tentacles start sprouting up on every side, and a spiky teeth start appearing from below it. And Nye is beholding you.
I tell the girl to hide.
Got
or
it.
To run.
Don't have to tell me twice. And she curls up back around the corner off to the side.
And then I'm gonna take her position and wait for the party.
Okay. You guys are well behind Crier at this point.
Exceeding 10 minutes since the last encounter, I'm assuming?
Yeah, at this point, you're exceeding 10 minutes past the last encounter.
So my styrofoam has faded.
Nope. Okay.
How far is it away from me?
It is currently probably 200 feet away. Maybe 250. There is a exploded building behind it.
How big is it compared to me?
It is large. One size category bigger. And it's right now it's looking kind of in your direction, but all these other tentacles are like looking around, and it's just kind of grinning, and you can hear just the like a low sound coming from its mouth.
I'll keep my stance until. Well, for my action, I will go just in evasive,
Right.
like if it tries to attack. But otherwise, I'll just wait for the party. If it's not doing anything else.
What you see it doing is, during its turn, Vuji goes running past it, and one of the eye stalks, points at it, and it the Vuji is suddenly a statue that then tips over slowly.
Okay, I've never seen a thing do that before.
You guys all sort of catch up to Cryor.
Do I know it?
Really good, decent Arcana check. No.
I describe it as gibberish eye thingy with, looking at things and turn to stone.
Is it like the other thing we fought?
No, this is eyes instead of mouth.
Ah, okay. I wonder if there's one with feet around here.
Probably. It has a big mouth, though.
Okay, so
like
how do we deal with this?
there is somebody who comes, like, pokes their head out of a building, and it like goes at them and takes a big hunk out of both the building and the person.
Iberkeet, do you have any way to maybe blind it or something?
No.
Okay, we're gonna need a map for this one because it actually matters. Add page. That page.
Okay, we can't fight this thing head on. We need to find a way to hamper it. Does anybody have anything they can do to like blind it, disrupt its vision, something? Fog cloud.
There it is.
Well, when I'm in range, I can stun it. Maybe.
How far away is the bottom of this map from here? Hold on. Measurement tool.
So it's 10 feet by 10 feet?
It's 5 feet by 5 feet. It's
Oh. Well,
it's
We are 5 feet by 5 feet.
no, sorry, no, it's 10 feet by 10 feet. Yes, it's large.
so
We're
That
all the way at the
would-
bottom.
Yeah, you're all the way at the bottom.
that would fit inside a beat of force.
But can we deal with it inside the beta force?
No. Nothing can go in or out except for air.
Okay, put yourself all the way at the bottom of the now extended map, because it's 200-ish feet away.
That is very far away.
And the sphere only lasts for a minute, but it does a lot
Yeah.
of damage.
We're that far away because the DM has to deal with me.
Well, you're that far away because any closer and you're dealing with it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I player thinks I know what we're fighting,
Oh, I know. My player knows, but I don't know as a character.
Right.
and some of the things it does stretches quite a distance.
Oh, I forgot the
the
ranges
gal
on it.
goes, "Don't! I didn't want to get any closer. I was trying to hit it with fireballs from this far away, but it wasn't working. It keeps making them go away, except for the one that I missed."
So you were the one that made that, and I point at the building.
Yeah, I have one fireball left.
Save it, and we'll.
Didn't I told you to run?
Who are you to tell me to run? It's my house over there.
You told her to hide.
I am hiding.
Yes, exactly. Good job.
Thank you. The big one has some sense.
No, because if she had sense, we would have gone home and we wouldn't have to deal with this.
Home was full of demons.
Yes,
I'm not
and
sure which is better, demons or this.
at least we know demons. We don't know this.
It like hovers up a little bit, and like its tentacle eyes are like all like fully like all around it at this point. And it starts floating towards the right down the street.
Is there any structures around, places to hide, stuff like that?
I mean, you guys are in like an intersection. There's some buildings to the left and right. You can just let it go.
Oh, Lumi wouldn't be able to live with himself.
Is there a way I can get to the rooftops?
Climb check would get you to rooftops pretty easily.
That is a strength athletics.
Yeah, strength athletics.
You want to be on the rooftops? I can make you climb like a spider.
Nope. Did I not select my thing?
Well, you,
Nope, there
14.
it is. 14.
All right. Is we fighting or is we going to let it go?
I'm dashing up.
Okay.
Yeah, I vote for fighting.
Well, then I'm going to need some initiatives.
Okay. Zarya is trying to move her way along the rooftops to get close to it.
All right.
Or at least closer without it seeing me.
Did you remember to clear the
Yep,
hold?
I did.
Yep. Just checking.
I need effects. Cone. Where's cone?
Measure.
Oh, it's under measure? Ah, cone. It's a 40. I think it's a 45-degree cone. It doesn't say.
Lock width to height. Just about everything in D&D 5e is locked width to height.
Okay. So there. No. Can I make it stay on the map though?
Yeah.
Click linger
Oh,
under
click.
fade delay. I mean, it won't stay forever, but
Broadcast others. Okay, so do 150. There we go. All right. All right. Yeah. So it is. We should sort order. Descending. So, Risha, you are up.
Hey, Crier, you want to be invisible?
When does it end?
I can do it up to an hour.
Yeah, but it ends when I attack, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I can maybe stun it.
If we're fighting it, I'm gonna be useful, I guess.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
and I certainly don't want to get close.
Well, I will get close and then try to stun it and then, die if I don't stun it.
Invisibility it is then.
all right. You are now invisible, Cryor. Lumi, you are up.
Do we need action economy or do we need other things? I have nothing that reaches this short anyway.
Right.
Dash in.
Okay. Elros, you're up.
I need you to
I dashed up as well.
Okay.
I need you to check. Can you do that for me?
Suda, that's very cute, but it's also a lot. Thank you. Irakit. I love babies, but that's a lot.
okay, I'm gonna move my speed to here.
Okay.
And then let's see. I am going to summon a ghost to here. Wait. Here.
Okay. Ghost.
And then the ghost is going to move its fly speed, which will take it to...
Nope.
Will you ping, please? Here.
Pop us out. There.
And then from there...
Okay, ghost is there.
Okay. Let's see. It only has a melee attack, so it's gonna dash to move again to here.
Okay. Ghost is now there. So you guys
All right.
all see Ibrakeet say something really creepy, and then a spectral figure appear, and then fly towards this thing. That needs to come back.
I'm assuming Lumi does not see that, apart from it's looking towards me, but not knowing what thing is, so
Yes.
he's just running in.
Mm-hmm. All right, Zari, you're up.
Okay, Zari is going to do a full dash of 90 feet and get there.
Okay.
I am on the rooftops.
You are on the rooftops. Zari, as you get to about there, the little ringing sound that you've been hearing since you broke your weapon free of its peace bond stops. Cryor, your turn.
What was it again? To run and measure at the same time?
Just pick up your token, and you can put down and hit right click, and you can drop.
Oh, you cannot scroll at the same time.
No,
On it.
but you can put down waypoints.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh hi.
Hello. And that's it.
Okay. It's now the beholder's turn. No, stop being dumb.
Let's move a little bit away from the other.
It blinks its large eye, and Zari, the ringing sound starts back up again. And then it will move its speed. Fly 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. And then it will shoots 3 random out of a D10. A D10. So first ray. Probably gonna go at the ghost. 10. To succeed a DC 16 or take that much necrotic damage. Okay, the ghost takes... Is ghost immune to necrotic damage? Yes, it is immune to necrotic damage. Ghost takes 0 damage. You guys all see just like purpley black beam lance out from one of the tentacles towards the ghost, hit the ghost, and do basically nothing. Ray number 2. We're going to go at the ghost again because it's the closest. Also ineffective against the ghost. And then ray number 3 is that. I believe it's also immune to charm. So 3 beams lance out.
It is not immune to charm.
Condition immunities, charmed.
Oh, I only see exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, and poison on my screen.
Yeah, I got charmed, exhaustion, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained.
Okay.
So ghost, three eye beams lance out at this ghost and do nothing to it.
Hooray.
That's
Risha.
a good distraction.
Clutch play.
Oh, Cryer, by the way, you're no longer invisible.
Oh, well, that didn't go as planned. Oh well. Oh. We're just gonna saunter on up. Go in there, guys. Poke it in that big old disgusting eyeball. You got this. Yay. And that's it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Risha, it will act a little frustrated at what it was doing to the ghost, and then it will Lumi, you came up first. It will send number 2 at you. I need a DC 16 Constitution saving throw from you, Lumi. 19. You are not paralyzed. So Lumi, it's now your turn.
It did a boo-boo. Maybe not.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna try and fire a guiding bolt at it.
Okay. .26 will hit. 19
For
radiant.
19 radiant, and the next attack has
Advantage. Yep. Oh, I should have rolled her initiative. Lumi, the gal pokes out behind the corner, sees you cast a spell, and will cast Fireball at it. I need it to make a dexterity saving throw. With an 11 will fail. What's a level 3 Fireball? 86. Okay. D6. Taking 26 damage. So Fireball lances out past it and blows up, and it just like singes the back of this thing's body. It's looking pretty hurt at this point. Like its eyes are definitely getting like all crazy.
That's about what I will do because it was an action to cast. Then I don't have a lot of bonus action things I want to use. So
Right.
pass turn.
Elros.
I'm gonna rush up.
Okay. Eberkeet.
I am going to cast Dimension Door from a scroll
Okay.
and just put myself way over here.
Fair enough. That
And then
works.
that's an action, so I'm done.
Okay. Scroll slowly turns to ashes in your hand. Zari, your turn. You see Ibrahim appear ahead of you on the rooftops.
Okay. That is 90 feet of dashing. Still on the rooftops.
Yep.
And that is my turn.
At the end of your turn, Zari, it will send a beam in your direction. Let's see, that's not the right thing. Nope, that's also not the right thing. How do I stop from being advanced? Just roll. There we go. 4. I would like you to make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, please, Zari.
And I can see this coming, so advantage.
Yeah, you can see the beam coming.
So glad that was an advantage.
You are not slowed. Cryor, you're up.
I will
Get next to it.
and that is a bonus action, I think. Yeah, that's a bonus action. Darn it. Then I will just try to attack it.
All right. Didn't you have to full move, or didn't you have to? No. What is your base speed now?
60.
But you can use a key point to use Step of the Wind to bonus action dash instead of action dash.
That's what I was needing.
Yeah, I spent. I said I spent a key point.
Okay.
18.
18 will hit. Just like there's a thump as you hit this thing, which leave a bruise.
I think this is the first attack roll at it.
Yes.
So it should be at advantage.
Correct.
Oh,
So crit
in
seek.
that case. Let's see. Nope.
So it's still an 18. So 12 damage.
And please make a con save.
Constitution saving throws. Oh, it doesn't have a good con. 15.
Beat it.
Okay.
But advantage is now used up.
Yep.
So no advantage anymore.
Nope. It was one attack roll.
26 to hit for 6 damage.
Yep. 26 will hit.
Another con save, please.
Another con save. Oh, it rolled a nat 1.
Stunning strike.
So it is stunned.
Yep. Basically, you cannot do anything for your next round. Until the next of my next turn.
Well, with it going right after you, it's... Yeah.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah, it goes directly after you. So it can't take an attack.
Oh, that's perfect.
The question is, with how the eye rays work, is that an action or is that... Because its bite is separate from its eye rays. Oh no, its eye rays are an action. Okay, so it can't take actions, right?
Nope. No actions. You can only mumble. You cannot move. No reactions. Nothing.
No legendary actions. Just shut me down for turn. All right, Rishi, you're up.
Oh no, look at it. You may not have been invisible, but you did what we set out to do. Good job, Cryor. I guess I better get closer.
Also, advantage in all attack rolls.
Yep.
Yeah, advantage and everything. And he has disadvantage on everything, and he's gonna fail on
Dex and strength saves.
Dex and strength.
Yeah, stunning
Still
strike's
not close
really
enough
powerful.
to do anything. Keep at it, guys. You got this. Woo.
All right, Lumi.
"30 feet move and spell thing."
Spell thing. I don't know what you mean by that.
It means I'm casting a spell. I just haven't. I got slightly distracted, so I didn't find the one. But I need to cast Guiding Bolt because the only thing I have that has range.
Right. Advantage on your guiding bolt.
Do we do a big one?
I don't know. It's up to you.
In my action, I will say, like, this is only this turn I need to recharge for the next. So he will have a free round.
I'll go big. 3rd level.
Okay.
14?
Will miss.
Oh!
So guiding bolt goes vroom, way over this thing's head. Oh, your ghost didn't act. Cryor was. Not sorry.
It's not my ghost.
Iberkeet.
Yeah. I forgot.
Go ahead and when Lumi's done, go ahead and have a ghost act from the last round.
Right.
You doing anything else, Lumi?
No, that's me.
Okay. So, what's the ghost doing, Iberkeet?
It moved into melee range, like just north of where Cryor is.
Okay. So, Cryer, when you come up here, there's a ghost going silently, like screaming at you.
And then it touches
had
the
10
monster,
left. So.
which is
Withering
let's see.
touch.
Um,
23 to hit.
20 plus. Oh,
I have the character sheet. If you don't mind me rolling, do you want me to? You can roll yourself
No,
if
that's
you like.
fine.
Okay.
okay. So yeah, that should be a 1d20 plus 8 because it's my spell attack modifier.
1d20 plus. So it's actually 3 higher than that.
Yeah.
So 26.
And its damage should be 1d8 plus 6.
1d8 plus 6. Okay, so that you
Yep.
go ahead and roll the damage because the withering touch is 46 plus 3. So nice, 13 damage.
And
Wait,
if it hits, the target must succeed on a wisdom save against my spell DC, which is 16, or be frightened of the undead until the end of the target's next turn.
Wisdom save. Sorry, a 12.
Okay, so it is frightened of the ghost until the end of its own next turn.
So it can't move towards the
which
ghost.
has already passed.
Yes. Okay. Elros.
I'm coming, guys. I'll be there sometime.
Elros just trucking. Do you have a ranged weapon?
Yeah, technically, but it's
His
like 30
axes.
feet.
Yeah.
Need
All right.
to get you a crossbow, son.
Yeah. You guys need to buy Elros a crossbow. Elros. Sorry, not Elros. Iberkeet, you're up.
Okay.
It is currently stunned.
I am going to throw a chromatic orb at it.
Okay.
With thunder damage.
Sure.
Roll a 2.
You advantage.
Try again.
Oh. So there is.
13 will also miss.
And then the ghost is going to do its ghostly touch again.
So you roll it this time, since my numbers are all wrong for it.
20 plus 8 is a 21.
21 will hit. Actually, you can roll advantage as well.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So 21 will hit.
Roll 1d8 plus 6.
11.
11 necrotic, I believe.
So there's now a giant hole in the side of this thing's face. Right. That is the end of the ghost's turn. Zari, you're up.
Jumping down, moving here.
Sure.
That's my 45 movement.
Nice.
It's still stunned, so I have
Yep.
advantage.
Correct.
So swing with number 1.
Miss.
Oh. Hold on, that wasn't
that was an advantage. That hits.
For the shift and control to work, the D&D Beyond window has to have focus.
Yep. That's what it was.
You take a great
And-
rent of flesh out of this thing with your hammer. It's looking really beat up. 18 will
18.
just hit.
15 damage.
You run up to this thing, Zari. You bring your hammer down, taking a great rent of its flesh. It turns toward you, and your hammer smashes this thing in its large central eye. A few more eye stalk beams lance out into the sky, and then it wriggles its last wriggle. And
Ew, I got eye juices all over me. I just took a bath.
yeah, you're like covered in goop. The ghost, seeing its thing, the thing that it was tasked with fighting, expire, goes inside of this thing, and it starts moving again. And it, like, the flesh starts sloughing off of it, and it gets all, like, just rapidly decomposes, and it starts flying towards you, Ibrikit, like, in a very creepy way. And we're going to end there. So, thank you to my players for playing. Thank you to everybody for watching. We'll be back again for this in 2 more weeks. I hope to see you all then. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been great having you here. Bye.